family, and welcome back. I tried to dye my hair over the weekend, and I don't know if y'all can see, but it did not really work out very well. I wanted my whole head to be this color, but like bright. But I forgot that I previously dyed my hair black at some point in my life. And now I remember. Anyway, today I was the Toastmaster, and that shit was fire. It went really, really well. If I'm the Toastmaster, baby, I'm mastering. It's February. Just kidding. That was a bad joke. What is the view about the world that has changed for you as you've gotten older? And maybe this is a little bit of a rant, but what I'm saying is the stereotypes about watermelon and fried chicken are true for a reason. It's really not a black thing. It's really just a thing of these shits are good. Now, I've met a couple of black people that don't eat watermelon in public, which is so unfortunate. Why not? Because you're black? If you don't get your hydration and your nutrition and vitamin A, child. I've had people say they refuse to eat fried chicken in public places or visit fast food restaurants who only serve fried chicken because they're black. I'm like, nobody cares. It's probably a white person right behind you in that line. You know, people who don't eat butter pecan ice cream. Ice cream? Come on. Granted, I don't, but it's not because of a black stereotype. It's because I prefer cookies and cream. I have a preference. It's not like I'm not eating that because all black people eat it. I think that's something that as I've gotten older, my view has changed. Like, oh yeah, I get it. I could understand that. But now the older I am, I'm like, I don't get it. That's so sad that you feel that way. That is so sad and unfortunate that you are limiting the opportunities you have to enjoy your life because of what somebody else might say about you, because you are living proof of their stereotype. Like, so what? And Americans love Taco Tuesday, and on Tuesday I'm gonna be up in La Napolera eating my tacos. I don't care who's watching. I am American. Also, so one of the views about the world that has changed as I've gotten older. Growing up, I was always taught that I was African American. I was always, that was my option. When you bubble in your race, when you apply for jobs, when you apply for scholarships, I would select that I was African American. However, as I've gotten older, I realized I'm not African American. I'm just American. When you have like Spanish American or Italian American, you literally were born in that country and then moved to America and have a first generational child. Your bloodline is directly traced back, or you're an African and you have started a family with an American, then your child is African American. Right? In my mind, as I get older, that's how I see it. And neither of my parents are African, like direct descendants of Africa, but they're both American. They're both born and raised in the culture of America. I am a black American. That's how I see it. I would prefer people call me black than African American. My family roots generationally are from South Carolina or Mississippi. Granted, I do have a great grandmother who is Native American, like for real, native to America. But technically, wouldn't that still make me an American? That's just something that I realized. As I got older, my view on being African American has definitely changed. Like, I don't know how it is in Spain or Puerto Rico or the islands, but do you say black Cuban or white Cuban, or do you just put that you're Cuban? I don't know. And then at some point, if we're all Americans, like, the fuck does it matter? Because my family is full of, it's just a big melting pot at this point. Because it's a melting pot, you can't pull apart the colors. It's like when you mix red and blue paint. is purple. You can't separate the purple paint back into red and blue. Like, it's mixed. It's done. It's done. You would now have purple. You could add more red. You could add more blue. But you have purple. You can't undo it to either side. Does that make sense? So I am not disputing that I have some African heritage within me. Okay. But I do feel like for Black History Month, when sometimes you see like the silhouette of Africa, I think that that is a bit awkward for me, because I don't know for sure that I am from Africa, and if so, I don't know where in Africa I'm from. I could be brown because I'm from the descendants of some other brown country, and I'm just considered to be Black because that's what I've been identified as. But because I don't speak Spanish and I'm not from a Spanish speaking line of people, and I'm brown, I must be a Black person from Africa. And I don't really believe that to be my story. And no shade, but I've tried African food and it didn't hit my soul. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm home. I was like, oh, okay, that was interesting. I don't know. I'm not trying to be messy. I'm just being real. Like, that's just how I feel. That's just where I'm coming from my experiences. So that's that. I love y'all very much. Peace out. I'll see you tomorrow.